everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. Today we are talking about yarn. So, don't mind my hair. I'm fresh out of the shower. It is messy. Yeah, so I placed an order with Herrschners, and the reason I did so is because, well, several reasons. When Herrschners sent out the Herrschners Gnome for the Holidays boxes, they included a free shipping code for us who received the boxes. And obviously I wanted to use that because that's a good code. I think the code saved me, my receipt does not say, I think the code saved me either $12 or $15 because of what I ordered. So that's pretty cool. And also, Herrschners has a Santa sack right now on their website. Well, at the filming of this video, they had a Santa sack. And they actually had three different types of these mystery packs. And two of them are $11.99. And they are for Mill Ends assorted acrylic yarns, I believe. Mill Ends. It's a bag of Mill Ends yarn, and then they're supposed to put it in a holiday gift bag. They did not do that. They gave me the bag separately than the yarn, which was kind of a bummer, but I mean, hey, whatever. And then the Santa sack, the holiday mystery bag of premium acrylic, which was $23.99. So it was a little bit more. And I wanted to show you guys what was in the sacks in case anybody's curious. Now, I have seen other people receive the Mill End sacks and their yarns is drastically different than mine. And I'm pretty sure that the premium acrylic yarn in the mystery holiday bag, which was more money, is also Mill Ends. So don't know how I feel about that. Last year, their mystery holiday bag or their Santa sacks had like name brand yarn with the label still on it. But it was like super saver. And I know a lot of people were complaining about that because they wanted like Herrschners brand yarns. I have no idea what this yarn is that's in here. But I'll just show you what I got, okay? To start with, I ordered the $11.99 bag. You have a choice of a red bag or a green bag, and then they fill it with random mystery bags of Mill Ends. And I haven't even opened these bags and felt them yet. Oh, that's a decent bag. And you could write the person's name on it if you were given this as a gift. These are actually really nice canvas bags. They're like heavy. These are going to make good project bags. Especially considering I don't have any Christmas project bags. Now I do. This one says Reindeer Express. Special delivery for, you can write your name here, from Santa's Workshop. That is the red bag. And then the green bag. I will say this. These bags I have seen in stores for anywhere from $6 to $10. North Pole Express. Special delivery for, from Santa's Workshop. These are nice bags. These alone kind of make the bag worth it. Mill Ends go on sale all the time. Sometimes you can get them for $2 for a bag of Mill Ends. Sometimes they're like, I think like regular prices between $5 and $7.99 is what I see Mill Ends go for. So this is bag number one. It is purple, super bulky. It says 100% acrylic yarn. There's no other information on the bag because it's a Mill End and it's a rando bag. However, there is paper or something that has been glued on here. So there was, whatever this got packaged in, that is going to have to be cut out because that don't want to come off. They're all like that. Seriously? Look at that, is like chunks of glue on the yarn. Okay, this one doesn't have that. Wow. All right, so right off the bat, 2 of those has glue spots, and it's like hard glue spots. That's gonna have to be cut out. Yeah, it goes all the way through the glue goes all the way through the strand. It's hard. That's gonna have to be cut out. For $11, that a little bit of a disappointment. Okay, this is blue, navy blue with like brown tweedy specks on it. The yarn itself is nice. I would equate this yarn probably to Premier Serenity chunky yarns. That's what it reminds me of. I'm really not happy about the glue. You know, with mill ends, it's usually just like the color might be off when it was dyed, or there wasn't enough weight to make this like a 100-gram ball, so they end up in the mill ends, not actually damaged yarns. So, okay, I'm kind of bummed about that. The yarn is nice, and hopefully it's just glue is on the outside of the skein, and I'm going to lose a couple of inches of yarn, I hope. The bags are still cool. And then this is the second bag of mill ends that I got for the second bag, and this says 100% acrylic. I'm not convinced this is 100% acrylic, because this yarn looks an awful lot like Coffee Shop from Premier. An awful lot. Let me open the bag. See if I can open the bag. This one don't want to open. The other one opens so easy. This one is like super heat sealed. Open the bottom of the bag. The bottom will rip. Yeah, the bottom ripped. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This looks like Coffee Shop. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can find this color. Okay, so I couldn't find the colorway that matches this, but this is the Coffee Shop yarn. This is what I was talking about. The yarns look very, very similar. They feel really similar. So this may be a different yarn, but it looks an awful lot like the Coffee Shop, and I think the colors are beautiful. And I got 4 cakes of that, which 4 cakes of this retails for, the Coffee Shop retails for, I think $3.99 a cake. So this yarn alone is probably worth the price of the Santa bag. And then you have this cool bag on top of it. That one is worth it. This one's I'm a little disappointed by. But yeah, I was over there looking at my other yarn over there. And yeah, I think this is something really close to Premier Serenity Chunky. I don't know if they have a tweed or not, but that's what that reminds me of a lot. So those are the 2 $11.99 bags. And then this one is the $23.99 bag. This is a bigger bag by a lot. By a lot. It's also double the price. This is made of a very sturdy, heavy canvas material. Special delivery, Merry Christmas, just for you. And the receipt says that inside should be 8 balls of Mystery Holiday Premier acrylic for $23.99. These bags obviously are, since they're the bigger bags, these probably retail for like $12 at your local craft store. And I got a bag. This is funny because I got some of this in a Mary Maxim kit last month or the month before, and it's the Red Heart Colorscape, but this is a different colorway. This is like a taupe tan. The colorway is Munich. So it's pretty. It's neutral, which is not normally my cup of tea, but 3 skeins of that. And then this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, all right. This one had 5, and this is mill ends. There's no label. I have no idea what this yarn is, but it is so super glittery. Super. I'm just gonna open it. Just gonna open it if I can. Oh, come on. Are you heat sealed too? Oh no. Oh, it's sticky. Oh good, I can reseal it. Oh, this is very, very thin, but look how sparkly that is. So pretty. No idea on the yardage. I'm gonna say that seems thinner than a 2 or a 3, so I'm gonna say that's probably a 2. It's very, very, very thin. So this is like a sport weight. But that's so pretty. And I have no problem whatsoever holding these together because they're in the same color palette and making that colorscape sparkly. Now this is not my favorite. You guys know I don't like browns. I don't like tans. And this is coming off a lot more yellow or golden because of my overhead light is a incandescent bulb. But it's very sparkly. It's not bad. It's not bad. So that is what came in my $23. That yarn is not soft. It is not the softest. It's actually sticking to my hands. Which you guys know. You guys know. The hands are dry and crusty and gross from whatever that allergic reaction was. I still have not completely healed. So everything, like certain textures, certain yarns just stick to my fingers like Velcro almost. So I will not be using this yarn anytime soon, but it's pretty. It's pretty for being brown or tan, whatever you want to call it. I'm not dissatisfied with that yarn at all. I'm not dissatisfied with this bag. A little disappointed by that yarn that has glue spots on it, but what happens when you get mill ends sometimes. It's a chance you take. And this is all a mystery. If you like a good mystery bag, it'd be a good Christmas present for someone who loves yarn like I do, or all of you guys. Yeah, so $11.99 for 4 cakes and a cool Christmas bag. That's going to be a project bag. I actually really like those project bags. Those project bags, I mean, yeah, I could use them for a gift, but I don't deliver gifts to people anymore because I have nobody to deliver gifts to. Maybe when I'm a grandma in the way, way future. And my daughter is still very young. Yeah. This one, not my favorite. I was actually excited about it when I first opened that. I was like, oh, that's nice yarn. It's chunky. It looks like Premier Serenity chunky. And then like the glue dots kind of disappointed me a little bit, but I'm still going to use it. I mean, let's face it, I'm still going to use it. It's good yarn. It just has issues. So the total for this entire 3 bags was $47.97. And that could be 3 fantastic gifts for if you have any yarny people in your life, yarny mom, yarny sister, yarny friends. That was cool. Yeah, but check out Herrschners. I am not affiliated with Herrschners whatsoever. Herrschners did send me that Gnome for the Holidays box for free, but I paid for all of this yarn myself. And check this out. They got the Premier Bobbin for $8.99 right now. That's a pretty good price if you wanted the bobbin. They actually have a lot of, look at that. They have a lot of Premier on their website. And sometimes the Premiere on Herrschner's website is cheaper than on Premiere's website because they do these awesome sales. Well, check them out. They also have a ton of patterns. They have a ton of... I'm thumbing through the catalog. They have a ton of cool stuff. I really like Herrschner's. Yeah, so that's all for today's video. I'm sorry I uploaded it a little late. You guys know things are kind of complicated right now. I'm going to do my best to get as many videos up as I can, but I announced in the Facebook group that next week we're going to have a special guest star. My little sister and the moderator for the Facebook group will be joining me for an episode of Cinnamon Stitches. And I'm super excited about that. I gave her fair warning. So I said, you're going to be on an episode. You're just going to have to deal with it. And that's a chance for everybody in the group to get to know the moderator instead of her just moderating all of their behaviors. You guys get a chance to know her a little better and get to know the person that I talk so fondly of because she's my baby sister. So, yeah. I've been busy. I've been working, playing with the Cricut for the first time, like really making actual projects. And it's kind of cool because I'm probably way overloading myself. I'm just going to say that. I'm probably overloading myself. I'm doing a lot of homemade gifts this year, but I'm doing Cricut gifts. I'm doing hand crocheted gifts. I really love the idea of handmade, heartfelt gifts for Christmas. I could buy people gifts all they want. They can give me a list, but that's not enjoyable for me. Like, I don't like going to the store to search out a very specific thing that somebody wants, and then they already know what they're getting because they asked for it. And I don't like that. I would rather make something from my heart, give it to them, and just, it just means more that way. And I'm kind of proud of my daughter because she earns her own money. She works. I do give her allowance, but she has to perform chores to get the allowance. And she does help around the house without getting paid for it. So it's not like I'm paying her to help. I'm teaching her life skills, and I'm doing that through teaching her how to manage a household, and I'm teaching her life skills through her earning her own money and not relying on mommy and daddy to buy stuff. And because she really wants to get a job, but she's not old enough yet, which I think is excellent that she wants to get a job already. So she got her little paycheck and she did some Christmas shopping for my sister and my niece. And she ran out of money and she's like, Mama, I want to get them more. She adores my sister, and she acts more like an aunt to my niece than she does a cousin because they're so far apart in age. And so she's all, Mom, I want to make something for baby girl. And I was like, okay, well, I gave her some ideas. She pulled out my sewing machine. She asked to borrow some fabric, and I told her which fabric she could use. And she proceeded to, and she went to the thrift store and bought fabric, which is awesome. So she's like making her money spread further, but she's also spreading some love and some craftiness around, which I'm really, really proud of. She sat at the sewing machine and made something for baby girl for Christmas. And then I gave her some other ideas using the Cricut machine. I was like, you can do this, you can do that. And she's so excited to like do handmade gifts this year for Christmas. And I was so proud of myself as a mom because I feel like I'm doing something right. Because, as a mom, a lot of times we question ourselves. At least a good mom questions herself. Am I doing everything right? Am I doing everything I should be doing? Am I totally screwing my kids up? And so I feel like I'm doing something right, teaching her not just to buy and just not to value money and gifts so much, but to value the sentiment, the personalization that goes behind a handmade gift. And I think that is really awesome. I'm really proud of that. And then little man, I will try to insert a picture here. He asked me to teach him how to crochet. Now, I will say this. He's 6 and he has ADHD. And so his brain is constantly just buzzing around the room. His body never stops moving. He is constantly in motion. And I thought it would be much more difficult to teach him because of those things. But he also tests very high with his IQ. He is very, very, very smart. And that's not a mom brag. That's like he's been tested. He's very, very smart. He's above average, and he's close to like, not genius, but just below genius. Like, he's really, really smart. And they actually said he would test higher if he didn't have ADHD because he would be able to focus more on the test. So he's really, really smart, which has nothing to do with me whatsoever. But I sat down with him and I gave him his favorite color yarn, which is red. And I gave him a big hook, and it was thick, chunky yarn. And I made the first 2 rows because those are the hardest. And then I showed him how to maneuver the hook to make single crochets. And he did like 4 stitches, which is further than my daughter has ever made it with crochet, because she can't get past the chaining part because it twists and it drives her crazy. And so I have a picture of him sitting at my very messy desk crocheting, and I will try to insert that at the end of the video. But I was so proud of him for that, for trying, for, I don't know, wanting to do something crafty, even though his brain doesn't let him sit still long enough. Now he wants to make mommy a gift on my Cricut machine because he saw how cool some of the stuff I was making turned out. So he has asked if he could make a mommy a present for Christmas. And I said, yes, but Daddy has to help you with that because I don't want to see my own gift. But it was kind of funny because you guys know, I'm just going to talk. I showed you the Herrschners box. I'm just going to ramble for a few minutes if you guys don't mind. I showed you guys in, I think it was Monday's video. It might not have been. It might have been last week's video. I showed you in a recent video, Mr. Cinnamon made me that beautiful love letter box for all of my Happy Mail that I get from you guys. And so Mr. Cinnamon is very much the woodworker in the house, not me. I am comfortable with power tools, but I'm not comfortable with like big saws or like, you know, I'm cool. I can use a power drill like nobody's business. You know, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. That I get from my mother. My mother was very hands-on, very creative, very, I'm gonna do it myself. I ain't waiting for no man type. She like hung paneling on the walls in her living room when we were little. She like helped my grandfather install a ceiling fan. Like she did everything around the house, all of the guy work. I'm more traditional, and I would rather let Mr. Cinnamon handle like that kind of stuff, even though I'm perfectly capable and I can, and I don't mind it. But you know, I don't mind gender roles whatsoever. I actually prefer them because I hate taking the garbage out. Anyway, so I was working on some gifts for Christmas, and I told Mr. Cinnamon exactly what I wanted, and we went into the store together and we bought the supplies that I wanted. And he likes light colored wood, like light pine, oak, like, you know, blonde woods, and I prefer dark woods, which is evident by this room, because I would prefer a dark, and this is the lightest bookshelf I have in this room, and it's because it was like really cheap and it's a huge bookshelf, but like I prefer dark. I love dark, rich woods. So I told him, I said, I want a dark stain, but I don't want red. I want like a dark, like brown, walnut colored. And so he's like, are you sure, you know? And he's like trying to talk me into I was like, no, I know what I want. He's all, okay, we'll pick out which stain you want. And I grabbed it. He's all, that's going to be dark. I said, I'm fully aware of that. Thank you. And then we came and we sat at the kitchen table, and I've never stained anything before. This is new to me, but I've seen it done. My grandfather was a woodworker. He did a lot of hands-on stuff. I watched him create a lot of beautiful objects. So I knew the basics of how to stain, and I know how to varnish. I know how to do all that stuff. I was a very hands-on child when I was little too. I wanted to be in with the stuff and get my hands dirty. And so I'm sitting there and I'm putting the stain on and I'm coating it on, and it got like really dark. And Mr. Cinnamon's all, you know, the longer you leave that on there, the darker it's going to get. I was like, good, that's what I want. I can see in my head what I want. So he's all right. And then I, you know, wiped off the excess after I let it set for 15 minutes. And the wood grain was just so beautiful. Like, oh my God. Like, it's just, hopefully I can show you the finished project after the person I made it for sees it, because I don't want to ruin the surprise. So I've taken lots of pictures of it, and so in the future you can probably look forward to my wood masterpieces. This is just going to be an all craft show because I'm doing everything lately. I just got my hands in everything. I also really want like a loom for Christmas. I told Mr. Cinnamon, I pointed him out this loom that I want. So I want a loom because I want to play with a loom. I used to do like the little square looms when I was a little girl. Like that's one of the crafts my mom would get us for Christmas every year. So yeah, another craft. Like I need more crafts, but it uses up yarn. So I mean, hey. But yeah, I was so proud. I was so proud of the stain, the wood color, the grain, everything that popped out. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. And I just kept looking at it. And then, you know, I designed some cool stuff to go on it. I'm having fun with it. I know it's a lot of work making handmade gifts, but I'm trying to go back and forth between big projects and little projects and maybe yarn craft and then non-yarn craft. I'm trying to get everything, you know, so that I'm not putting too much stress and pressure on myself, because I kind of been doing that with a lot of things lately. I think because I have like a fear of failure, and so I've been pushing myself really hard, and I know that I need to relax, and so that's why there's going to be less videos over the next several weeks, because with the holidays and the homeschool half the week and all that, it's just, I need to calm down a little bit. And so I know you guys get it. I know you understand. So yeah, that's what's going on. I don't know what Friday's video is going to be yet. I'm still hoping to finish the present that I'm working on for little man for Christmas. And hopefully that is done by Friday and I can show that to you, but there's no guarantees. But I don't know. I also have a couple of orders that I placed that haven't been shipped yet. So I can't really show you those either, because Premier Yarns has a new limited release colorways on their Premier Everyday DK, and I went a little crazy. So there will be that in the near future, because I could not, I was like, the colors are so, they had rainbow colors, and you know, I love my rainbows. So all that is coming up. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to stop in and let you guys know what I've been up to. I really wanted to show you that Herrschners box. I was really excited. Even though I'm disappointed with the glue dots on the blue yarn, like I still think it was worth the $12 for the cool project bag and the cool yarn. And I was gonna make some really beautiful man products. So maybe some hats for donation for the homeless in my area, which there are a lot of. There's one guy in particular, I thought about making him a hat, but it wouldn't be like a traditional hat. He has very thick braids in his hair, like actual braids. And he wears a bicycle helmet all the time. And I don't know if the bicycle helmet is a mental issue that he wears it, or if he has like something that's actually neurologically wrong to where he could have seizures and he needs to wear a helmet. But his sign that he holds up on the side of the road says, "I love me," or something like that. And I have seen that man in the grocery store several times just buying himself groceries with the money he gets on the street. So I thought it would be cool if I could make him like a cool bicycle helmet cover for his hat. I don't know if he would wear that or not. I don't know. It was just an idea. I can always make him a scarf or something. Yeah, and that would actually go, that yarn would be really nice for that because it's thick. I don't know if he's homeless or if he could live in a house, you know, like a halfway house type situation. I don't know, but I know he's on the corner every day asking for money, so. All right. I know. Shh. Be quiet, Jen. Just end the video. I would try to remember to put a picture of little man trying to learn to crochet here. And then I'm going to probably sneak in a picture of my daughter and my sewing machine. But we're not going to tell her it's there because she's really mad when I show her. So, shh. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Totally forgot something. I put some of my hand-dyed yarns in the Etsy shop. There's a couple left because they go really fast. The purple yarn set that was dyed with the cabbage is in there. And I put the 3 of them together. Like I said, I feel like they need to go together because they were all made with cabbage and they're all in the same color palette. The green one is not in there, so it's the 2 purples and the pinky color. And I think there's a goldenrod is left in the shop, I believe. And that's about it because everything else sold. So it goes really fast when I put my hand-dyed yarns in there. I have a couple more that I could list in the next week or so, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. But they're like the prettiest colors, and I'm debating on whether I want to keep them or sell them. So there may be more yarn, but check the Etsy shop. The link is always below. And here comes the pictures.